So today I'm talking about a P0342 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. And so what is a P0342 code? Well, it's a camshaft position sensor, a circuit low, Bank-1, or a single sensor. And what does this mean? Well, basically, there's what's called a camshaft position sensor that's just tracking that camshaft as it spins and reporting this information back to the computer, which is using the information to time the engine. But when you get a P0342 code, the computer is seeing some kind of problem with this sensor, and so it's going to have to be troubleshooted to know why. And if you have a V6 or V8 engine, the engine's going to have two banks. Bank 1 side of the engine is always the side of the engine with the number 1 cylinder. So if you Google your engine and find the number 1 cylinder on your engine, since there will be differences, that side of the engine is going to be Bank 1, and then the opposite of that is going to be Bank 2. If you have a 4-cylinder engine, it wouldn't matter. You only have one bank. And so what would be some possible causes of a P0342 code? Well, the first thing that could cause is that camshaft position sensor has gone bad and just needs to be replaced. There's some different ways you go about testing these camshaft position sensors. Basically, the way these work is that every single time a piece of metal is directly in front of that sensor, it's going to send a signal back to the computer. So it's basically detecting the teeth on the camshaft. So if you have a multimeter, you can't put a piece of metal directly in front of that sensor and check to see what it's doing. There's some good YouTube videos on this. If you have a good OBD2 scan tool, you can also test it with it. One thing to mention with these camshaft position sensors is that depending on the vehicle, sometimes they have what they call a Cam Relearn procedure, where basically if you replace it, if you put in a new camshaft position sensor, the computer needs to learn the variances that could be built into the new sensor. It can really vary. Sometimes you can change out that camshaft position sensor and the vehicle just starts right up. But sometimes if it's replaced, it needs this relearn procedure or the vehicle won't start, or it does start and it just runs badly. So it's a good idea to do a little research on your particular vehicle, year, make, and model to know for sure what's going on and if you will need to do a relearn procedure. And there's different ways to do these relearn procedures. Sometimes you just need to drive the vehicle. Sometimes there's set steps that you have to do. If you have a really good OBD2 scan tool, quite often they'll have an option inside there that'll command the computer to do a relearn procedure. Although these types of scan tools are the more expensive ones, but if you have a good scan tool, it might have that in there. But basically just keep in mind that if you do replace that camshaft position sensor, it might need what's called a relearn procedure. And the next thing that could cause this is a blown fuse or some kind of issue inside the wiring. It's really going to vary on which fuse this is on and which ones are doing what. But keep in mind that a blown fuse would cause issues. Also, if there's any issue inside the wiring, like an open or a short, then that's also going to cause problems. And so if you have a multimeter, you can go check the wiring and be sure you're getting voltage. And there will be differences depending on the vehicle and the year, the make, different things like this on what's going on inside the wiring. Sometimes there's 2-wire sensors, sometimes there's 3-wire sensors, sometimes there's 4 wires. So if you do go to work on your wiring, you will need to get a schematic to know for sure what's going on with it. These 3-wire ones are pretty common. And basically what's going on with these is that you're going to have a ground, you're going to have power coming into it, and then you're going to have a signal wire going back to the computer. And so if you have a multimeter, you can check and be sure you're getting power, that you got a good ground, and that signal wire going back to the computer is good, and there's no opens or shorts. Because the next thing that's going to cause this is some kind of issue inside of the wiring. And the next thing that might cause this is going to be timing components. Although usually with this P0342 code, it is going to be something else like inside the wiring or a bad sensor or something like that. But keep in mind that a bad timing belt, timing chain, a tensioner that's not holding everything tight, that can throw off these sensors and just cause them to have issues. Usually if this happens and this timing belt slips a notch or something like that, then you're going to get other codes and you're going to see a lot of issues going on. So if you are getting a lot of other codes, be sure to pay attention to that, because the next thing on the list is going to be some kind of bad timing component. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of how you go about fixing a vehicle with the P0342 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.